Very good morning, dear students of grade 8. Welcome back to our biology session. Children, we have discussed about human circulatory system, human nervous system, and even human endocrine system. Now, today we are here to revise, having general outlook on the endocrine system, which we learned, which we discussed in detail in the previous class. So let us have a look at this. There is a tabular column. In a tabular form, I have listed out here. Hope you are able to see better. Children, we know that the title of this chapter is here, Human Endocrine System. A human endocrine system as well as exocrine system. Before that, I would like to remind you that once again, gland. Here we are going to discuss about various glands. Which glands? Endocrine glands. Of course, there are few exocrine glands are also there. First of all, gland. What is gland? Gland is a specialized tissue of our body. Why we call gland is a specialized tissue? Because it performs a specific function. What is the specific function performed by a gland? Production of hormone, secretion of a chemical substance. And the chemical substance secreted by gland is known as hormone. Therefore, we call gland as a specialized tissue of our body. Here, see, gland. The pituitary gland is given, thyroid gland, parathyroid, adrenal, pancreas, testes, and ovary. So altogether, there are 7 glands still. Of course, you may get confused. Testes in male and ovary in female. Testes, it's a male reproductive organ, and ovary is a female reproductive organ. How we have taken them under as a gland? Because they too, they are not a gland. We call them gonads. What we call them? Gonads. A reproductive organ responsible for production of sex hormone as well as development of other secondary sexual characteristics in male and female. For them we call gonads. So here testis is a male gonad we can call, and ovary is a female gonad. Whereas this, excluding these two, testis in male and ovary in female, here see pancreas. The cells present in pancreas we call islets of Langerhans. What we call? Islets of Langerhans are present in this pancreas. Now children, here pancreas, this acts as endocrine gland as well as exocrine gland. When it acts as endocrine gland, it secretes insulin. Which hormone it secretes? Insulin. And insulin hormone secreted by pancreas is responsible for what? Sugar metabolism. It maintains the level of sugar in the blood. If there is insufficient quantity of insulin production by the pancreas, what happens? Sugar level in the blood increases, and that condition we call as diabetes mellitus. There are 2 types of diabetes, diabetes mellitus and diabetes insipidus. Diabetes mellitus, the diabetes which we get due to this lack of insulin, that diabetes we call as common sugar. So it is a mixed gland of our body, pancreas. And here the top one, pituitary, we call this as a master gland of our body. Why we call pituitary gland as a master gland of our body? Because this gland is responsible to control the function of other endocrine glands of our body. Therefore, this gland is called a master gland of our body. Why the pituitary gland is termed here as a master gland of our body? Because it is responsible, it controls the function of other endocrine glands of our body. Therefore, we call this as pituitary, master gland of our body. Now, look at this. Pituitary gland, the location is given in the other words. And the hormone they secrete. What hormone they secrete, which hormone they produce is mentioned. And here, when it comes here, it is given functions. What functions, what is the role performed by that particular hormone? And if that particular hormone is not produced in sufficient quantity, what are the defects that particular individual he or she face? That is given here. So let us start pituitary gland as it's a master gland of our body. Where is the location? It is located at the base of brain. The size of pituitary gland is very small, as a size of a small pea seed. This pituitary gland, master gland, is located at the base of the brain. Very small. And generally this pituitary gland will have 3 lobes. How many lobes? 3 lobes. So this is the pituitary gland. Anterior lobe, middle lobe, and down below posterior lobe. 3 lobes it will have. Each lobe, anterior lobe of pituitary gland, middle lobe of pituitary gland, and the down below posterior lobe of pituitary gland, they secretes different hormones. Here, several hormones such as growth hormone like GH, growth hormone, and TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. What is TSH stands for? Thyroid stimulating hormone, and GH, growth hormone. So pituitary gland as a master gland of our body secretes several hormones like growth hormones. And here we talked about as the pituitary gland has 3 lobes further. Anterior lobe, middle lobe, and posterior lobe. Each lobe secretes different hormones such as vasopressin, prolactin, oxytocin. Different hormones the pituitary gland secretes. Several hormones. And see mainly what is responsible for, what are the functions of the growth hormones mainly produced by pituitary gland? Controls the growth. It stimulates thyroid for thyroxine production. See, it takes care of other endocrine gland of our body. It controls the function of other endocrine gland of our body, and therefore it is termed as the master gland of our body. Likewise, and come down below, thyroid gland. Location close to the trachea. Where is the pituitary gland is located at the base of brain, whereas thyroid gland is located at the neck, close to the trachea. You know trachea, the windpipe, which is made of several C-shaped cartilaginous rings. You know trachea of the body, and further the respiratory tract extends down below from the thoracic cavity down, enters the chest. Then it gives 2 junctions, bronchi we call them. So the trachea windpipe is made of several C-shaped cartilaginous rings. Close to the trachea this gland is there. Where the thyroid gland is present, the neck close to trachea. What hormone it secretes? Thyroid gland secretes thyroxine hormone. Which hormone? Thyroxine hormone. And what are the functions of this? It stimulates respiration and growth rate. What the thyroxine hormone is responsible for? It stimulates respiration and growth rate. And if in case there is an insufficient production of thyroxine hormone by this thyroid gland, what happens? It results into a swelling of neck. We call it as simple goiter. When the neck swelling occurs due to insufficient production of this thyroxine hormone, we call that condition as goiter. What we call? Goiter. Swelling of neck. Goiter. Here, parathyroid gland embedded in thyroid gland. The locations here. Look at the location. Pituitary is located at the base of brain. Thyroid is located close to the trachea and the neck. Parathyroid is embedded in the thyroid gland. What hormone it secretes? Parathyroid. What is the role? What is the function of parathyroid hormone secreted by parathyroid gland? Responsible for the calcium metabolism. Calcium metabolism is controlled, taken care by parathyroid gland. And adrenal gland, they are present in the abdomen above the top of each kidney. Location of adrenal glands in the body, they are above the top of each kidney. And the hormone they secrete is adrenaline. Generally it is called fight or flight hormone. The adrenaline hormone secreted by adrenal gland is called what? Fight or flight hormone. Why it is called fight or flight hormone? Because it controls blood pressure and helps the body to fight stress. You know, if we come across with many critical situations too in our day-to-day life, the moment suppose you are walking alone and a huge python, big snakes comes along the way, you are alone. How the moment you look at that, your rate of heartbeat start increasing. In a dark, you are walking alone, and if you see a ghost, a devil, what happens for a moment? Your rate of heartbeat increases. At the same time, so fight or flight hormones, adrenaline is responsible to increase such act like anger, emotion, tense. At the same time, gradually, after some time, it encourages that particular act to slow down. It increases as well as decreases. Therefore, we call it as adrenaline hormone produced by adrenal gland is fight or flight hormone. And pancreas, I told you just before, it acts as a mixed gland of our body. Why we call pancreas as mixed gland? Pancreas is made of islets of Langerhans. The cells present in pancreas are islets of Langerhans. And these islets of Langerhans, cells of pancreas, half part of pancreas act as endocrine gland, half part of pancreas act as exocrine gland. When pancreas act as endocrine gland, it secretes a hormone called insulin. When it acts as exocrine gland, it secretes pancreatic juice, which is responsible for digestive activities. You know that. Now come down below these two as gonad, I told you. Gonads. Testes is a male gonad and ovary is a female gonad. See, they are gonads, they are not gland. And being a gonad, it's a male gonad and this is a female gonad. It is what it does, it produces male sex hormone. Testes secretes male sex hormone. What is the male sex hormone, children? Testosterone is the male sex hormone. And ovary produces female sex hormone. Progesterone is there, estrogen is there. There are two female sex hormones. Where is the location of testes? Outside the abdomen in a scrotum sac. Scrotum sac where the testes, a pair of testes present outside the abdomen in a male and which are made with this scrotum, a specialized structure in the body of male present down below the abdomen where the testes are present, and this scrotum sac is made with special muscles called Darkos muscles, because the temperature which is required or needed, essential for the production of sperm in a normal body temperature is not suitable for that, for production of sperm, because in the testes of male production of sperm occurs. So whatever temperature present in the normal body is not suitable for the production of sperm. Therefore, the testes in male are present in a special sac which is present outside the abdomen. That sac is called scrotum, and the scrotum has a special muscles are called Darkos muscles. They provide a suitable temperature, whatever needed, required for the production of sperm. So, testes is a male gonad, secretes which hormone? Male sex hormone. What is that? Testosterone. And what is the role? What are the functions? Sperm production and sexual development. This testosterone hormone responsible for sperm production. The male gamete, male sex cell. The male gamete is sperm. So, sperm production takes place. And here, sexual development. Appearance of secondary sexual characteristics in male, appearance of mustache, appearance of beard in male, and in female, egg production. What is here? Sperm is a male gamete. Here, egg. Ova in female. As here, testes in male are present, where outside the abdomen is scrotum. Ovary in female they are present in the lower abdomen. Oviduct or fallopian tubules, we can say. When we look at the female reproductive system, the diagram, we can see that oviducts, fallopian tubes present in the lower abdomen of female. There, these things are present. Ovary, a pair of ovary are present in female, pair of testes present in male. So here testes are present outside the abdomen in a special structure called scrotum. Ovaries are present in the lower abdomen in a special structure called fallopian tubes or oviduct. There the pair of ovaries in the body of female What they do? They produces female sex hormone, estrogen and progesterone. And what is the role of that hormone? Female sex hormone, estrogen and progesterone. Egg production. Egg is ova, female gamete. As here sperm is a male gamete is produced. No. Similarly, in female body, egg production, female gamete, ova occurs. And also in addition to this, responsible for showing development of secondary sexual characteristics such as growth of breast, production of milk by the mammary gland, change of voice, widen the hips. These all secondary sexual characteristics are seen in female due to the production of this hormone. So this is a quick revision about endocrine system, children. So we'll stop here today, and the further part will be continued in our next class. So thank you. Take care.